This is your man, Sandman. What you're seeing is my grandparents' home. It's one of the many houses that are decapitated and just ruined. And the city was requested by this school over here to take care of this over here. As I was saying before, this is a danger zone for children getting ready to go to school. This is a house right here. This is Mrs. Rudolph's house, which used to live right next door to my grandparents. And this here, and then you have this house over here. So we consider this house right here. As you can see, they're putting the boards down to get ready to get the house together. And you can see why. Because all these doors open like this. We've already been in the house. You can see it on HD. I'm just doing this for Social Cam to show that, you know, it's really, really, really devastating to watch all this of a neighborhood just come to this point. And, you know, it really affects people like myself because this was my grandparents' home. And I just wanted to share it with you because I don't want you to just think that I'm just giving out information about somebody else's parents or somebody else's family. I'm doing it real, and this is why this is Detroit Raw, because of the simple fact that I want you to understand that whatever affects you affects me, and that's why I did this. Happy birthday to my moms out there. Rest in peace, Mama. I'm showing the house, and I'm showing everybody this is what the end result was. This is Sandman, y'all. Hit me up. What's happening, world? I'm just up here at my grandparents' home. This is one of the many homes that have been just demolished. I just wanted to give you an opportunity to see that it's just not you all and your family. It's my family too. This is how they treated my grandparents' home. Right now, we are looking at some things that are in the house. They're starting to board it up. This used to be my grandparents' room right here. As you can see how it looks right now. Matter of fact, you can go down here and look and see how it was in the backyard. How they've just done the backyard, just destroyed it. And this is the way that my grandparents' home looks now. Just totally destroyed. Just, you know, just all over the place. This is just a total devastation of our family's home. There are some gentlemen that are here that are fixing it up to help to board it up. And I just walked up on them as they were doing the job. So I'm just getting basically a final look of how my grandparents' home looked. What's up, world? It's your man, Sandman, Mr. Sand 44 Man. I'm still back on my quest. This is Detroit Raw. Right now, I'm at my grandparents' home, one of the many homes that have been destroyed in this community. Just like all the other houses that I showed you, there was other family members whose people probably worked real hard to keep their house and to keep their house together, to move it on to their children, and to make sure the house continues on. As you can see behind me, in our family's case, that didn't happen. Our family is one of the many families whose houses have been destroyed like this. Now, there's a little activity going on, as you might hear in the background, generator and stuff. But, you know, this is my grandparents' home, so today is the mother of Mr. Sand 44 Man. This is to my mother, Wilma Jean Miles. Happy birthday to you, Mama. May you rest in peace. I'm doing this for you. This is the home that you grew up in. You can see and beat me down from heaven that I'm trying to make something happen positive for this city, for our families in this city. And my mother would love me for that. That's why right now, I'm over here on Goethe and Baldwin Street on Detroit's east side. Last time I had you, I was on the west side, Linwood and Penguin. I wanted to make sure that you all seen this because this is my family's house. And I want to make sure that before they board it up, you get a chance to see what's going on. So step with me. This is my grandparents' home. This is the way they destroyed it. I see that somebody's here working on it. We don't see. They destroyed our family's home. This is where my mother lived before her last days. And it was nowhere near this. It was a beautiful house. People just vandalized it. Can't really show you too much because they're boarding it up. Hi, man. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm Sanford Miles. This is my grandparents' home. Are you boarding it up?
Yeah, boarding it up.
Ordered by the city?
The city and we work through Maxwell Company.
Oh, okay. So this is my grandparents' home. I'm doing a documentary that goes on the internet. And I just was coming through. I didn't know that this was going on. Y'all boarding it all up. So that's good to see. At least some homes are still being worked on and still being boarded up by the city. I appreciate your time. I'm going to let you continue. Well, City of Detroit look like there's something is going on with a contractor that's getting my grandparents home. You know, basically where it's not going to be vandalized anymore because there's enough been done to it. And I'm down here in the dark. I'm sorry, y'all, because they'll boarded up a lot of this stuff. So we're going to try to see what else we can see before they board any more up in this house. You see the guys out here right now. They're boarding up, getting the windows together, and trying to board up the house. How you doing, my man? You're doing this job, trying to get it boarded up.
Yeah. Break them up.
Do y'all just do this to any homes, or do you just do this because the city asks?
It's a list of we go by a list.
It's a list?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, okay. This is my grandparents' home. That's why I'm doing this taping. I didn't know that y'all was gonna be here. I thought it was just gonna be all over. So, but I appreciate it. I really do.
No problem, man.
So they doing their thing, fixing up the house to board it up. I guess the city has told them they need to come down and board this house up because really it is considered condemned. Let's go upstairs and see what we see. This used to be the upstairs going to my grandparents' home. And this is what it's resulted in. This was a very beautiful home until the neighborhood got angry, put this all in my grandparents' home. It's better that they do cover it up. I can't believe I used to sit in this living room with my grandparents. This used to be our dining room. You see how they've done it. Just, you know, put us anywhere. This is Sandman. I'm in the home of my grandparents. As you can see behind me, been totally destroyed by the community. Just a series of catastrophes that we're having in the city. You know, the most hurting part of this is my grandfather worked all his life for this house. His father and him was a sharecropper. His father was a slave. And, you know, to work all your life and be deceased and then family tries to come and do something with the house, and then the community does this to it. It's just something devastating. As you can see here, the devastation that has occurred within this house. Hey world, this is your boy, Mr. Sandman, Sand 44 Man. I'm in my grandparents' home, which a home that my grandfather worked over all his life to try to keep for his family. This is the home my mother was raised in, my aunts was raised in, my uncle, and you know, this is the way that the community has treated this home. Right now I just pulled up, and there are some gentlemen out here from the city of Detroit, and also a private contractor that is sitting here boarding up the house as we speak. Remember when Sandman told you he was born in the 60s and 70s? When I looked out this porch, I seen a tank come from that street right there, Goethe, turn down this street and ride up my grandmother's parents' street. That's how it used to be. Now, look at my grandparents' home. This was a beautiful home. This was a very beautiful home. And now, the community has destroyed it. Over next door, this used to be her girlfriend, her best girlfriend's house. I'll take you over there in a minute. But see how her house is so destroyed. This is our city, y'all. No one is exempt. No one. My grandparents lived in this neighborhood for all their life on Baldwin and Goldie. And this is the way the neighborhood treated them. This is my grandparents' home. None of this was ever here. Ever. This is how they've done my grandparents' home. The home in which my mother, my aunts, my uncle, they lived in this house. This is the kitchen in which my grandmother cooked beautiful breakfasts every morning I was here. To know that this would be on her walls. We never, ever thought this. All these cabinets I went in. Every one of these cabinets I have went in. Every one. And now look. Just total devastation. And this is my grandparents' home, y'all. Just what the community felt about my grandparents, that they would do their home like this. This is the neighbor next door's house. She used to be a good friend of my grandparents. As you see, her house is the same way. That's the whole side view. This back door is the door that where I used to stand on all the time with my grandfather. Now it's cluttered with just leaves and trees and everything. I'm almost scared to stand on it because I don't want to fall through this motherfucker. But let me see if I can. Yeah, it's kind of sturdy. This is the backyard that I used to play in. This is the way that my grandparents' home was left, because I don't know why. I guess my grandmother was supposed to be making the community a better place by reporting stolen cars that were being placed in our grandparents' garage. We had to move her out because we didn't want her hurt around here. And as an end result, the neighborhood found out that she moved and came through here and just demolished the house, as you see. Down that way is the stairwell. My granddaddy used to always come up every morning, and I would go down every morning and come up every day. I used to watch him. It was a long stairwell. I used to watch him come all the way from the bottom. Be like, hey, granddaddy. Come all the way from down there. Come all the way up these stairs. And then when he came up these stairs, he came into not this kind of house, but I mean, he had a beautiful home. And now it's just totally destroyed. There's just no hope for this house. Actually, this house is considered condemned. But it's my parent and my grandparents' home. My mother lived here. Look, rest in peace to somebody. I wonder, did he put any of this on the walls? I can't believe that my grandparents' house is destroyed in this type of manner. What could my grandmother have done just to report that people were getting their cars stolen and that they were dropping them off in their backyard, in their garage? Was this a reason to retaliate? My grandparents would probably be turned over in their grave right now. And I just lost my grandmother in November of last year. She has never seen this house, and she has never seen this footage, ever. I could never face myself to show her how, when she worked and my grandfather worked all their lives to make this happen, could I show her that this is their end result. People tell me, Sanford, why don't you get you a house? For this to happen? I'm just 46 years old. My grandfather and grandmother worked over 50 years for this house. They've had this house over 50 years. And this is the end result. This is the end result. This is the total end result. This is Sandman's grandparents' home, y'all. The footage that you are seeing right now may be extremely graphic, but it's to prove a point. No one cares about anybody in the city of Detroit, no matter how long you've been here. Everything is just about the crack babies. This hurts me, y'all, because this is my grandparents' home. I would never know that my grandparents' home would be treated in this type of manner. I am so devastated right now because it's not like this is the first time that I've seen a house like this, because I've been here numerous times. It's just the point that every time I look at this house and see the devastation like I'm seeing it right now, it hurts me. It really does. I just can't believe it. I just can't believe it. I used to walk down these stairs all the time because this was my grandparents' home. Now, it's just a shell. guess they roll across with the grass to keep it down. Now where I'm going next is next door. That is my grandmother's best friend's house, Miss Rudolph. Miss Rudolph used to live here for many, many years. And this is her house. Now they haven't started anything on Miss Rudolph's house. And once again, we're here on Baldwin and Goethe in the city's Detroit East Side. And let's take a look at Miss Rudolph's house, because I really did used to always come over Miss Rudolph's house, and I never known it to be this just devastating. This is Miss Rudolph's house, my grandmother's best friend's house that lives right next door to her, or lived right next door to her for many, 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 many years. And this is what the community felt about her house too. This is sad, y'all. This is totally sad. Our communities are done like this. This was the kitchen of Miss Rudolph. Miss Rudolph always kept a very, very immaculate house. As you can see, this was her back porch, and she would hang her laundry out here and talk to my grandmother right across the fence. I understand right now you can't tell if it was a fence there or not. I can show you over there a little bit. There's the fence, and all that wasn't there, and this wasn't like this. These are some more neighbors that were right next door. I've seen all these neighbors. All these neighbors were good neighbors. But back to Miss Rudolph's house. This is Miss Rudolph's house. And Miss Rudolph's house is just totally, totally destroyed, just like my grandparents' home. Let's go up her upstairs. Just the whole complete devastation of the people's houses that worked so long and so hard to have a residence. And now that they've gotten old and passed on, this is the end result of their homes. This is one of her bedrooms. Here's another room. Beautiful room. Nice view. But totally house destroyed. And next door, my grandmother and Miss Rudolph used to talk right here on this porch out of her window. Smell a heavy stench of urine in here. This was her attic. They did some of everything up in here. So strong in here. This was a nice house, ladies and gentlemen. This was a very nice house. Until now. This was her living room. I know Miss Rudolph was so upset when she heard this had happened to her house. But you know, this is what happens when the kids run us. The kids do what they want to do. Oh shit, I done stepped on a fucking nail. Boy, glad it didn't go in my foot. Oh shit. That's the nail that went in my goddamn shoe. Let me get out of here. Before I get fucked up. Oh, I'm so glad it didn't go in my skin. Oh my God. Everybody just dying up in here. Not just the birds. This was Miss Rudolph's house, a friend of my grandmother, very dear friend of my grandmother's. I never knew that her house was in such a disarray, but now what we're going to do is, I didn't know her house was such in a disarray like this, but it just shows what the impact of what I was trying to tell you all. It's not just the east side, it's not just the west side, it's Detroit, period. If we're going to show this, we need to put this on the air so somebody can get mad enough to want to do something about it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take you next door. This is another neighbor's house that we used to kick it with. There were some friends of mine. Now that makes number 3 house for today. As you can see, it's not just number 3 house, it's number 4 house, it's number 5 house. The list goes on. I don't even have to leave this street. I already just showed you my grandparents' house. Yeah, that don't look too good. Safety hazard. House totally ruined. We used to come here, play. We used to play with the neighbors, kids that lived here. Gotta watch myself because a lot of nails laying around. But this is what's going on, y'all, in the city of Detroit. This is what's happening. All of this. All of that. Now, you ask yourself, do we have a job problem? No, we don't have a job problem. We could hire every motherfucking teenager or kid in the city of Detroit to clean up these houses and we would not have a problem of finding jobs for them. Look at this. Now I'm going to take you through this alley. And I'm going to take you through this alley and down to my grandparents' alley to see where their home looks like. Now this is just leftover stuff that, you know, no one wanted to pick up. But something is going on. Something in here is dead, y'all. I don't know if it's a body because I don't smell nothing, but it's a whole lot of flies in here. A whole lot of flies. This is the alleyway. leading to my grandparents' home. That's the alleyway. Now I'm going to take you into my grandparents' garage, and let's take a look and see what that looks like. Going into my grandparents' garage. Got to climb through a lot of trees and stuff. As you can see, the guys are putting the doors up. That's where I was, upstairs, showing you all what was going on. Now we downstairs. This is the garage. Plenty of our family stuff all up in here. Everything. Just totally all over the place. This is my grandparents' garage. I used to sit in here and watch my granddaddy fix up on his car, do work on his car, everything. Those are some of the things that he used to have when he used to work on the cars. He kept them up there. And now it's just all a bunch of shit. Just everything in here. Just everything. Our whole family history just out in the open. See? That's my mother's signature. Right there. That's my mama's signature. Wilma J. Miles. For a check. Yep, that's my mama's signature right there, y'all. Laying in the fucking goddamn garage of my grandparents' home. You might wonder how I feel about this. Well, I'm pissed off. I mean, would you be pissed off if this was your grandparents' home? Somebody just destroyed it like I just showed you. Neighbors' homes destroyed. Yeah, I think I'd be a little pissed off too. This was the way that I used to come through. This used to be my favorite way of walking through here. It's got a lot of glass and shit through here now, but this is the way I used to run. This used to be my little way of getting around. I used to come out here after I come out the back door. And then I would come out through here. And then next thing you know, I would be out here. Just like that. This porch, I'll be damned. My granddaddy made me paint this whole porch one day. He told me at 5 o'clock in the morning. I said, Granddaddy, why are you waking me up at 5 o'clock in the morning? He said, I want you to paint the porch. I said, paint the porch? He wanted me to paint this whole porch. I painted this whole porch. It took me a whole day. Because not only did I have to paint this porch right here, but I had to paint that. I had to paint this. All this here, Granddaddy wanted painted. All these stairs, he wanted painted. And now, they're boarding it up. Do you have to do all these houses?
Yes, sir.
Wow. Once upon a time, this used to be a vibrant neighborhood.
I believe.
My grandmother used to be on the president of the block club here. She used to have the bookmobile here, the swimmobile, Playmobil, everything. And this is what the neighborhood did for her after 50 plus years living in that house. And everybody's house here I've been in. Everybody. All these were my friends' homes. Still just walking down the street of the same block of my grandmother. Yep, to another house. Right here. That house was the Kimball's house. As you can see, they have already blocked this door up. So basically, all you can just see is what is inside from this point. You know, let's go check and see if we can see something from the back. Okay, walking back here, trying to see if we can find the back door entrance, but there's so many trees back here, I don't think you can. Nope. Nope. All these houses have to be boarded up. Here's another house that is not occupied. It's been boarded up. But there's an entrance. So let's see if we can see anything. Well, in here it's just a little different, a little darker. But the house doesn't have too much of a, like they've really done a lot in here damaging. Look like the people just moved out and did what they did. Yeah. This house is boarded, so that's why it's so dark now in these rooms. But still devastation. So we'll continue on out to the next house. It's one of the schools that still standing here. Used to be called Bell Elementary School. Now it's called someone else. But that used to be Bell Elementary. So now it's called the Covenant House. I guess that's one of the schools that just didn't close, even though the community closed. Not gonna knock the city of Detroit because you're doing what you can do, I guess. But this here, that's not very attractive. And if we go just backtrack, we can just go back from the last house that I went to. Part is these houses that are just messed up like this. You know, I mean, it really has an impact on the entire community. It does. It really has a big impact on the community, because the community is looking at it like, why are we paying taxes and we don't get city services? And look at all these houses. Just look at them. Just look at them. I mean, these houses are just destroyed. There's no hope for them anymore. They're over there at my grandparents' home fixing this house up to board. This is Sandman, y'all. I'm so sick with this. This is our city. And I'm standing on the corner of Gothey and Baldwin. You know, Gothey and Baldwin. That's where we are, y'all, on Detroit's east side. Gothey and Baldwin. You can check it out. Baldwin. And Gothey. And there's where it looks like. As you can see behind me, this is, or was, my grandparents' home. Just one of the many homes in the city of Detroit that I'm asking the city, what are we doing about? But I guess today I have to give pause, because the gentleman that you've seen on camera told me that these houses are being boarded up. I would guess so when you have a school behind you. But with these houses boarded up, does that stop it? As you can see, there were houses that were boarded up that I was still able to get into. So, will this be enough? Today is the birthday of Wilma Jean Miles. That is my mother. The mother of Mr. Sam 44 Man. On this day, when I visit my mother, I will remember how she used to live here. I remember how she used to bring me here. I will always remember that that was my grandparents' home. And now, this is what it's come to. Who would have known, all these years later, after working hard for their home, it would end up like this. I'm saying, man, y'all, I'm keeping it real, no matter how real it is. I don't care if it's your family's house. I don't care if it's my family's house. I don't care. This is our city. Yes, this progress is applauded. But we need more work done, and we need it done faster. I hope you all agree with me. And get on the internet, get on Facebook, because this is an election year, y'all. Everybody wants your vote. This is the time to be heard. This is the time to be heard. From Baldwin and Gothey on Detroit's east side, this is your man, Sandman, Mr. Sam 44 Man on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, and Google+. And I'm also on Social Cam. I hope this was a very enlightening experience on a personal level for me, because this is my family too. And I'm just like you. I'm Detroit. I'll get back with you. Show a little love to my mother on her birthday. Peace.
You know where the 2900 block is?
This is the last I'll ever see my grandparents' home. I said that I've been out here 3 times now looking at it in this condition. So therefore, this will be the last time that I come down here. As I can see that they are boarding this out because I was told that the school over here wants to have it boarded up. I wouldn't blame them. Could you? With windows and doors and everything open like that, kids going to school, bushes this high. So it is a commendable thing. So if the city of Detroit is doing this, then city of Detroit, I applaud you because we need it done. And that's all I wanted to make sure is we can get it done. Like I said, I will expose everything. If you're doing it right, I will expose it right. If it's not being done, I'm going to expose it's not being done. But this right here, this is something personal to me. So therefore, I'll make sure that it gets out there. This is your boy, Sandman. This is Sand44 Man on YouTube. Hit me up on Facebook and Twitter, and also on Google Plus and Social Cam. I'm out of here, y'all. What's up, world? It's your man, Mr. Sand44 Man. Just over here at another apartment complex. I'm here on East Grand Boulevard. As you can see, just another one of our dilapidated, I should say, sceneries that we have in the city of Detroit right here on the boulevard, East Grand Boulevard. I'm just trying to let you get the feel of how this apartment is. This is East Grand Boulevard and Ferry. And this is, what is it here? Oh, look like they're like Motel 6. They kept the door open for us. Wow. I wonder if an inquisitive kid will want to walk in here too. You know, just nothing to do. Just want to walk into an abandoned place and see what's going on. Let's see what they would see. Fire damage, quite extensive. Yeah. Watch your steps. This is one of the many units that are in here. Wow, they had hay. Must have had some horses. There. Left them at 11, dig that. FedEx box. And they left a lot of things in here. Mind you, this place has been on fire. I'm walking through here. See the devastation. As you can see, this must be the unit that caught fire. Good charred wood there and down here on the floor. Gotta be careful of those goddamn needles. Oh, those nails will get you, won't they? Being careful here because there's a big hole right there in that floor that's going down there. And I don't want to end up down there. But this looks like this was the apartment that was charred up pretty bad. It's burnt up. So this was the initial apartment that set fire. I don't know if it was just someone was in here and it just set fire or what. But all I know is it's on burnt up level. This leads down to look like the basement. It's pretty dark down here, as you can see. A lot of little just places to just, this mayhem going to present itself. Come back here, you can see water coming out, pipes. That's water that's leaking from out here. Just, and then they talk about our water bill high. Look at this. This just running. Free water, y'all. Anybody need a shower? Here it is. Ferry and East Grand Boulevard, baby. Because the water's flowing up in here. Yes, it is. Flowing big time. People ask me, Sandman, do you be scared when you go into these abandoned places like this? No. It's just, you just don't want to put yourself in a situation that you're going to get yourself hurt in. But, it's got to be exposed. Somebody's got to be willing to just come in here and say, hey, look at this. This is just too much, y'all. This is just too much. This was just these two sides. And we're going to go down and see if it's another side that's looking the same way. Coming out the door. And here's the other side. Just easy access, see? Just easy. Just walk on up in here and, do what you do. Watch your feet, though, because you don't want to step on a nail. Torched completely. Open to the public. See, one thing about downtown, Detroit, I should say, not downtown, but Detroit. See, when you come to inside here, these parts are the scary parts where the news have police protection. See, I don't have no police protection right now. This is what I'm doing to show you, the citizens of Detroit. This is what's going on. This is what we're living around. This is everything that is around us in the city of Detroit. We have thousands of these kind of houses. Shout out to the Grey Goose drinkers. This is what we have. As you see, it's total devastation. There's no other way to explain it. Accessible to anybody that chooses to walk in here. So, therefore, if they choose to walk in, come on in. That's the way it looks. Just completely oh my God. We didn't get a chance to go upstairs with that But we do have this right here, this amount of footage to let you know. Oh, here's another entrance right here. You can just go right through. It's just horrific. It's everything. It's just so horrific. These are the way homes are in Detroit right now. And our kids are about to go to school. I don't need to tell you what, oh, your daughter could be raped or your son could be killed up in one of these places. I don't need to say that. You see it by the all access. Whoops, don't fall into there. Hole in the floor. Now why they be using that? Just another spot in the city of Detroit. Didn't have to walk far, just right next door. Here's our next home. Easy access, just walk and go. Watch your brakes, but just walk and go. Walk on in like you're buying a piece of property. Wow, a lot of people were living. This is just still one place. Really want to go down here. That's the back. That's why I can't go through it. And see, this here is going to all be open for the kids when they get ready to go to school. None of those congressmen and senators' kids are going to have to go to school this way. As you see behind me, all those houses back there is just totally done. Totally. They're still up in our community. They're still looking like this. And our kids will be going to school next month. A little over 30 days. Our kids will be in here. at it, y'all. Kids going to school. That's the big picture, y'all, of everything I just showed you. And I showed you all that right here on East Ferry and Grand Boulevard. Right down the street from Belle Isle. This is Sandman, y'all. Just showing you what's going on. And I told you, I'm gonna let it be known. Our kids are important, and we can't have them walking around in shit like this. We can't. We just can't have our kids going to school around surroundings like this. What do we do in daylight savings time when the kids can't see? If it's hard to see during the daylight in the summertime, how do you think it's gonna be during the winter time? This is Sandman, y'all. Hit me up. Mr. Sand 44 Man, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Google+. And I'm also on Social Cam. We got to stop this, y'all. Make something happen. I'll get back with you. What's happening, world? This is Mr. Sand 44 Man, Sandman. I'm about to show you one of the biggest abandoned buildings that we have sitting in the city of Detroit that's open wide as a front door. Check it out. This is the building that's on the east side. You can check it out anytime. But this is one of the longest buildings we got this abandoned. Now these are the buildings that I grew up seeing. My grandmother used to take me down here. My mother used to take me down here. So now, this is what it's ended. These buildings used to be a prominent building. We used to come here, we used to shop, and everything. And this is what it's deserted itself to. That U.S. Food Center right there, that right there, that used to be this. And you know what this used to be? Long time ago, this used to be a A&P store. Agriculture and produce. That's what this used to be. A grocery store. that now has the graffiti of every graffiti artist in the city of Detroit. I mean, when you look here, kid ain't got nothing to do, just messing around, want to come in here, take a look. This is what they're taking a look at. This is the facility now. This used to be a grocery store, y'all. Hard to believe. This used to be a grocery store. Not anymore. Everything is out of here. This is Detroit, y'all. I mean, this is Detroit. What did you expect I was going to show you downtown? This is the real Detroit. This is what Detroiters live with every day. This is what Detroiters pass by every day. This is Detroit raw. With your man, Mr. Sand 44 Man. This is Detroit, y'all. Big wide entrance. Step in, step out. This used to be Kingsway a long time ago. Then it used to be, before Kingsway, I believe it was a meat market. Then it was old Hudson's Warehouse or something like that. It was a big warehouse. And this is where everybody used to be. Okay, y'all, check it out, world. I'm going to go as far as I can in this building. I'm not going to take myself and be unsafe, but I'm going to take you as far as I can to show you how unsafe this situation is over here. Now, as you can see, there's a big piece of cinder block or big piece of something, concrete, that was a piece of roofing or something, just laid down there. This place really needs to be demolished. Really. This is one of the oldest, biggest eyesores that we have in this city. Take a look at it. Nobody's scared to come in here. Can't you tell? Look, Nathan's not. Lean is called. Fight with yourself when you do something wrong. It's called leaning Nate. Dig that. But just walking around, your sand can walk on these bricks enough to get me through here. It's a challenge, y'all. Work with me. All right. Now we're down. This here is called the central part of where I am right now. This is the whole inner infrastructure. I should say the whole inner infrastructure, because as you see, every door is open and everything is around us. I mean, take a look. Everything is around us. It's this easy, y'all, to get yourself caught up. It's this easy, y'all, to get yourself lost. This is Detroit raw. Now I know you might look and say, hey, where is he? In Israel? Egypt? No, this is Detroit, the Motor City. Right here on East Grand Boulevard. You all pass it every day. You know you pass it because you see it. So here it is, if for those of you that don't see it, for our suburban friends. These are where the trucks used to dock. Right here. back up and get this merchandise. From the smell of it, it smells like a whole lot of something has been burning. Gotta watch my step. Mess around and get stuck. This is just one of the abandoned warehouses where I could make a pretty good little movie without free access. This is how big this is, y'all. Like I might have disturbed the bird. And this is the lower level. This here used to be full of shops, and people used to shop through here. I used to walk through here with my mother and my grandmother, and we used to shop, and it was a real good, vibrant place to go to. Now it's just succumbed to this. I guess the city is so broke we don't have enough bulldozers to break it down. Hey, I was just out there. That takes us back out to the boulevard. A little paint, and you could probably fix this place up. Yeah, little paint job. Yeah, that should get it together. Although you might have to clean the floor up a little bit, but hey. This is Detroit, and this is your man, Mr. Sam 44 Man. And this here is Detroit Raw. This is everything you won't see on your 6 o'clock news. Now, due to the fact that I don't see any access points leading to upstairs, I think that this is where we're going to be confined to. But it's enough said. I mean, I've really walked the one side of this building. Hate to fall in that. Let's take a brick and see how far we can go with it. Brick, go. Wow. One more time for the people. Brick, go. All right. Ooh. Watch out for those guys. And that one too. Now I believe if we go up there, we might get a way to get in on the upper level. Let's give it a try. Lord help me. Help me, Lord. All praises due to Allah. Be with me. That's the traffic that goes by. Let's see what's up in here. A little scary here, y'all. This here used to be one of the nicest malls there were a long time ago. Now, it's just laid to this. All through here. This used to be a great mall. Now, it's just left to ruins. If you felt scared going back there, you're not alone. This is a bitch much. This is Detroit, y'all. All in its splendor. This is Detroit, y'all. This is Sandman, Mr. Sand 44 Man, taking you through the stroll of Detroit, Michigan. The real Detroit. The part of Detroit that you don't see on the news, unless it's a murder scene, or unless somebody's found dead in one of these places. But right now, this is Mr. Sandman showing you how our city looks with these buildings. That's a lot of buildings. With this much empty space, you think we could have any jobs? Look at me. Look around me. Or should I go slower? Look around. Look, y'all. This Detroit. And I'm Mr. Sand 44 Man showing you Detroit raw. Am I the only one in here? Or is there someone else in here? I'm on the second floor, y'all. Look down there, that long hall. Coming across another part. Oh, in case y'all all tuned in and wonder what's going on, this is Sanford Miles, Mr. Sand 44 Man. It's your man, Sandman. I'm out here in one of the oldest, biggest empty facilities that we have in Detroit that's located on East Grand Boulevard. And I'm taking a stroll through there to let you all see it now. You don't want to fall down there, do you? From up here. I'm going to show you all the way down there without having to go down there. Wow, you fall down there, you're dead. You are so dead. This is a haven for people to just run through. Now, if this is not bad enough to say what the hell is going on, I don't know what is. We have facilities like this that are just standing here, not doing nothing. City finances can't take care of it. We can't get it taken care of, so therefore, we're just left with it being here. If I step back 3 steps, I'm falling down there. Yes, sirree, Bob, I'm falling down there. But I can't go out like that. I'm just letting you know, if somebody was to walk in here and not be careful, it could be tragedy. I'm gonna make my way on up out of here. I don't even want to go to a higher floor. I've shown enough here to just let you know that we are open for business. Anything you want to come and look at, we got you. This is Sandman, y'all. On the streets of Detroit. Showing you what's going on. showing you all these abandoned buildings and all these places that we have in our city that's easy access to. Easy access to. You walk down something like this, you expect to walk down this corridor with something happening, huh? Not with that kind of view. Now let's hope to God we can make it to our car. Because this time I don't have my boys, it's all on me. So, if anybody jump out, I might have to drop this camera and go to beating some ass right quick. Because I'm really in here deep, y'all. I mean, this is a really, really, really big building. And I'm in here so far deep that I need to turn around before I get myself caught all up in here. Nah. I don't think I need to make a jump for that. About to get lost. That was the wrong place. I gotta go through that door. The scary door. Yeah, this is the door we came through. Okay. Now I gotta go down in that dark part again. Just wonder how could somebody keep this lit and like this for years and years. This ain't no just some shit that's happened yesterday. This is years and years of neglect. Gotta be careful because there are boards and wood and stuff right here that I don't stick my ass on a fucking piece of board with a nail in it. Lord forbid that happens. I don't know how long this shit has been here like this. I know it's been over a long time. Okay. Here we got the outdoor. Back where we are. Hey. Peace. We out of here. What my man say, don't jump. What he say, don't jump. Don't jump. Why you say that? Don't jump. Oh. 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 No, you don't want to jump down there. You want to come on down this way. Okay, I'm out the building. I made it all right. Man, that place is a mess. And it's just laying there. Just like that door. Just laying there. I mean, this is... What can I say, y'all? This is Detroit. If it wasn't, how would I have been able to make this video? It's your man Sandman. I told you I was going to deliver. You ain't seen nothing yet. Check out more. This place is so big. I just took y'all to one side. That was that side. I didn't even take you across the street over there. But this place is so big, man. Look. All that is ahead of us. All that. And look all around. Look. This Detroit, y'all. This is the place that Detroit police have to escort the news media through. This is a whole nother side of where I just told you. I told you this was one of the biggest places in the city of Detroit that's abandoned. See? Look at it. Look. Years and years of neglect. But see, nobody really said nothing about it then. Look, there's that dumping the bullshit again. Yep. Dumping the bullshit. Look at there, big tower. Still up there. Yep, that big old tower. We'll have to climb up it. Factories that has never been used anymore are just sitting around just like this. Havens for people that are in the bullshit and just, you know what I'm saying, trying to escape or just, you know, just up to no good. This is the places that they can hang out. I'm really taking a risk with my life by doing this. But somebody's got to do it, y'all. Somebody got to show this. Somebody got to not be scared enough to bring a camera down here and expose these places. Look here. This was a dock area. You know, product used to come out of here. Guess what? This fan system still works. You want to know why? Listen. Here, that means electricity is still going through this building, even though it's abandoned, it's like you see it. You hear it? You can't get energy out of something without electricity. So therefore, electricity's still running. Still running. Looks like this is still a place somewhere. But how could it be? What do you do here? Look at this all around. Somebody is doing some work in there with a high-low and everything. What are they doing? Tearing things down? It's Detroit, y'all. I thought I was gonna have multiple houses, but one of these big motherfuckers, hey, does me fine. You see the monument of how bad this situation is. But there is a building right there that looks like it's trying to work, and I just wonder what kind of work they do. But that door is open. Your man want to really find out what's going on. Is this a building? Do they work in here? And if you work in here, what do you do? Let's see if we can find out. Somebody doing something in here. There's a high-low. Somebody doing something in here. And you know somebody doing something in there. I just don't see nobody in there. And I'm not about to go in there because I don't know what the fuck going on. But somebody is in there. You already heard the thing working. Let's see what's in there. Same thing as I said before. We don't know what's going on. But after your boy Sandman that just seen that with the high-low, I don't know what's going on. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to jump in my car and take my black ass home and show you what I just seen. Because we done just seen a lot, haven't we? Huh? We done just seen a lot, world, didn't we? Yeah. And you still seen it as I'm walking down this road. Something's going on here. I don't know what is going on back there. But something is going on. Electricity generated. Big abandoned unit. Nobody know what's going on. Like I said, I ain't no fool. I'm not about to go up in there. But you seen what I seen. High-lows, chips in the machine. Something's happening up in there. What the hell's happening up in there? This, you see how this building looks? You see how this building looks over my head? And something's going on in here. Because why would you have a high-low energy running? I done already showed you stuff, water and all that stuff, all around this city, still running. They stressing us for water bills, stressing us for electrical bills, and you mean to tell me that this type of stuff is going on? Wow. I just don't understand why somebody just won't be real and just be upfront with the people and tell them what's going on. I mean, you looking at it behind me. What's going on? Why this looking like this? I mean, I'm walking around, I don't know what. But, yet and still, this is what I call Detroit. This is what I call Detroit. This is Sandman, y'all. Coming from over here at the old warehouse. Old Hudson's warehouse at that. I'm gonna get back with y'all later. I'm out. Peace. What's up, world? This is your man, Sandman, Mr. Sand 44 Man. I want to just say that Detroit Raw was something that I really thought that Detroit really needed. Someone that was going to speak up and really talk and explain and narrate to the citizens of how disgusted they were as far as feeling you. And I got some reviews about, or a review or whatever, which I really took to heart, because Detroit, I don't want to seem like a buffoon, or somebody that's illiterate, or I'm a very successful young man. I just happen to be a black young man that's very successful. It doesn't matter. If you know who I am, you know who I am. And I don't need to go through that all again, because I don't even want to hear all that all over again from anybody. But my point that I try to let everybody know is I'm a real person. Doesn't matter how much I make, what I have, or what I do. I care about you, the citizens, as well as the people, period, around the world, no matter where you are, that's in despair. It's been a long time before we've had somebody to stand before us and fight the opposing views and opinions and the prejudice of what is commenced upon us. But I do listen to my people. So I guess I want to say that I'm going to stop being in front of the camera. I'm going to stop narrating to you just to see. Hey, let's just do a little test. Because this opinion I'm going to tell you, I really take to heart. And I value this individual a lot, and their opinion on me and how I am as an individual. And it's like I'm more to an extreme. Now, I've talked to other people that say, Sanford, you right on the money with that. You know, keep that up. But it's, you know, it's imbalanced. One person says it's good, one person says you're not good enough. I don't know, Detroit. I mean, I'm not paid millions of dollars to sit in front of you every day. I do this for free. I get up out of my house, I look at my news, I come outside, I see my community, and I feed on my vibe from all around me for that day. I don't mean any harm if I've hurt anybody by the way I speak, the way I talk too much. I may talk a little bit too much. So what? Freedom of speech gives you the right to speak and say anything you want. So many people want you to say, shut up, shut the fuck up, don't say this, don't say that. Okay, I'm cool with that. I won't say anything. I will just, from now on, until this happens, show me you like me. Show me more. I already see today, in just 45 days, I went from 0 to over 2,000 hits. Now, it's not a big thing to you, because the kids out here, they're taking little phones and tape a fight, and they got 500,000 views. So that's why I say this opinion that I'm hearing from this individual, it's to the degree that maybe I'm not doing the right thing. Maybe I should step back and just let the world go on the way the world goes on. Because I'm an interference. I'm a wrench in the norm. And I don't want to become that. I'm saying too much. And if it makes that individual feel better, I want that individual to feel better, because I want that individual to continue to watch me. Just as if you were to say in my inbox when you comment on me, Sandman, keep that up. No, don't get off the air. Don't stop. You keeping it real. I need to see some stats, y'all, to let this individual, or any individual for that matter, who may doubt this, who may think, there are people out here, y'all, don't want me to do this, that will hate the fact that I'm talking to you too much. That's what I do, because I have knowledge. But he who has knowledge don't speak will be unknowledgeable to anyone else. So therefore, what is the reason for a wise man if you don't want the wisdom of a wise man? If you've been out there in prison, you know where I'm coming from. If you were born in civil rights, you know where I'm coming from. If you just tired and sick of seeing your community looking the way it does, that I expose, even my own grandparents, I brought my own grandparents, my own personal family, and exposed to show you I'm not exempt. My family is not exempt.
So what, I drive a nice car. So what, I have a truck. So what, I live a decent life. A decent life. I don't live in West Bloomfield, and neither do I live in Troy. Or nor do I live in White Lake. Or nor do I live anywhere there. I live right here in the city of Detroit. And if I shouldn't say anything and just run my video camera and point you to a street and go and walk into these dangerous buildings and abandoned houses and put my life on jeopardy because I don't have no security. I don't walk in these places with nobody, but I try to show you how easy the access is to these places. I don't mean to say that your daughter's gonna be raped. I don't mean to say that your children is gonna walk down an alley. But when you leave your child and kiss them goodbye and don't take them and drop them off in front of the school or go into school with them, how does your child go to school? Do they walk through the alley with their friends? Or do they just continue to do whatever? It doesn't matter what I say. Action speaks louder than words. If I have said too much, I apologize to you, the whole entire world. I apologize. I would never do it again unless you tell me to. We have no more Malcolm X's. We have no more Martin Luther King. Jesse Jackson has been exposed, and so now he don't say too much. Who do we have speaking for us, black men? The black woman? Hell, we not even stronger than they are. Look at your average commercial. Is it a black family setting? American Dad. Cleveland show. Not My Father. Cleveland show. Simpsons. See what I'm saying? All these different programmings for individuals not of our culture. But I'm speaking too much. The disproportionate amount of people that are without jobs, without fair housing, the disproportionate amount of black men are in a penitentiary. I'm just talking too much now. I'm Sanford Miles, aka Sandman, Mr. Sand 44 Man. And if I said too much, I'm sorry, once again. But I'm not a sorry issuing type of person. I gotta really listen, because sometimes I don't listen. I've been a failure, y'all. I'm sorry I waste your time. I'm sorry that I went to school to try to think that I would ever make anything out of myself. I would never be anybody but who I am. I can show you the world. I can give you the world. But I still mean nothing to anybody in this world. So with that said, I will discontinue myself in presenting myself in front of this camera. If I continue on, I will continue to look in my inbox to see that I have people that really want me to stick with this. But I have to have your comments. If I don't have your comments, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. Because I value one person's viewpoint than anything. And this is the only person's viewpoint that I'm really seeing, that I'm really hearing. So until I can tell that individual, look, this is what the world says they want to hear. Shut up. Show the video and go on about your business. Because nobody cares about you. Nobody wants to see you. Nobody wants to hear you. That's the way I took it. But, I mean, everybody has their right. They have their opinion. But I'm going to listen. Because that's a viewer. To all you viewers out there, I won't waste your time or your lifestyles or anything else. Continue to go to my website at Mr. Sand 44 Man at YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter, Google Plus, and also Social Cam. I will let you all continue now to go to your previous lives and continue to type up the next person that you want to hate on and the next person you want to fight. Because although 2,000 or over 2,000 views over 30 days is pretty spectacular to me, it's not to other people. And until I can show them different, I'm a nobody. I really failed and sucked at this. I tried though, so nobody can ever look me in my face again and never said I never tried to change. I never tried to change. I never tried to make change. I never wanted to see change. Nobody ever approached me and ever say that again. My name is Sanford Miles, y'all. Until I hear from y'all again, just check my photos out. I'll still go into vacant houses. I won't narrate no more, or at least I won't narrate a lot. I'll say where I am, this is the house, and you would go from there. Till I see something else that I can sit back and present to somebody and say, bam, look, the world said, stay your ass on here. We like you. Other than that, it's a wrap. As Brian Williams would say, this has been Sandman, producer of Detroit Raw. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening. And to those that are in Tokyo, Japan, good morning.